Hey guys, what's up? Stephanie here. And, I was contemplating the other day. I was doing a little writing, kind of exploring my inner world and just seeing how I'm feeling about everything. Especially, I've been rethinking a lot about why I started doing videos and why I started creating within. Because I've been having a lot of inner resistance because I haven't felt the freedom that I felt when I first started doing videos, or even when I first started writing. That it was just like in the moment. I felt inspired. There was no hesitation. There was no thinking. It was just feeling, doing. But one of the things that I noticed as I looked back is the fact that whenever we set ourselves out to do something that we love, that we're passionate about, when we start a new project, a new venture, you're going to have people who are going to be well-meaning, because there are going to be a lot of people who do love you and support you. We're going to start giving you your opinion, who's going to start giving you their opinions on what you should be doing and how you should be doing things better or different. And that started happening to me early on when I first started doing videos. I would have like friends and people or who would reach out and they would congratulate me or tell me how much they loved what I was doing. But in telling me how much they loved what I was doing, they would slip in their own opinions about how they think I should be doing things differently. And maybe I should make my videos a little shorter, and maybe my videos should be a little bit more concise, and maybe I shouldn't repeat myself so much, or I should do an outline before I do a video. And these things are all great, but at the same time, you have to be able to stay centered upon yourself, because it's so easy. It's such a delicate and fragile line at the very beginning that you can really just kind of lose yourself and start living outside of you. And before you know it, you have no inner direction, because now you're listening to other people's opinions, and then you start seeking out other people's opinions, and these might be friends and people that that care about you, and you might start doubting yourself. And doubt, we all know that doubt fucking sucks, because the minute that you have a doubt, it can kill. Doubt is the number one killer of like so many dreams. It stops you from doing anything. So it's such a balance to stay centered upon yourself. And this is the thing that I struggled with, because you would have people give you your opinions, or you should do this business, or you should do that. And then before you know it, you start looking, and they send you videos of other people doing what you're trying to do. And then you start comparing yourself to other people's finished product, which is a big fucking no-no. And so I went through this struggle, and I found myself little by little not realizing that it started chipping away at me, because I started really listening to people. And then I look at my videos, and then I started being a little bit more critical. Well, yeah, you know what, Stephanie, you do repeat yourself a lot, man. You fucking talk in circles sometimes. And then I would look at other people's videos and be like, oh man, they're so fucking on point. They're so clear and concise, and their videos and this and that. And then before you know it, you've lost sight of why you're even doing what you're doing. And for me, little by little, every time I started doing a video, it became more like mind. And maybe I should be like this, and maybe I should start teaching, and let me teach. And I noticed that when I look back at some of the videos, like towards the end of my travel, I really was completely misaligned. I'll point out one of the videos, Core Values, that I did. That video, oh my God, I look at it and I cringe. Because it's totally not me. It's like me being very poised. And if you see, I'm not moving my hands a lot because I'm trying to be professional and I'm trying to teach something. And I try to structure it out so that I can be concise in my delivery. But that's not fucking me. It's not. I didn't start doing these videos to teach. I didn't even start creating within because I wanted to teach. I did it because the way that I understand myself and I understand others is by being able to first tell the truth to myself about myself. And I do that through my writing, through journal writing, and allowing myself to be honest in those pages. And then when I decided to put my own writings of my personal thoughts and most intimate aspects of myself on a blog for others to see, that was for me to step up and to dig a little deeper in sharing myself with others, because I know from experience, from feeling misunderstood growing up, from feeling, alienated, that there's nothing more beautiful than when you can see yourself in another. And by sharing myself, and if I can be uniquely me, and I can share with you my insecurities, my fears, my flaws, and the things that I'm going through, then someone, not everyone, but there'll be some people who will read or listen and be like, fuck, that's me, or I'm listening to myself, or man, I was just going through the same thing. And you take what you can, because I know that I do. Every time I have a conversation with someone, if I'm present and I'm aware and I'm listening consciously, not to answer, but I'm just listening, holding space for that person, before you know it, I've learned a ton about myself and about them just by listening, because you create that open space that allows two people to really connect soul to soul. And when you do that, you tear a lot of barriers, and you're able to really learn and see yourself reflected in another. And that's the biggest beauty. And to be honest, not from an ego place, but I'm really good at doing that. That is one of my gifts, of mirroring, of being a great mirror for other people, as long as I stay aligned and as long as I'm myself and I can own my own shit. So if I can continue to tell the truth to myself about myself, and then to tell the truth to myself to others, or about myself to others, then I'm on fucking point, because that takes a lot of fucking courage. And that's why I started doing Creating Within, because I genuinely love sharing. And whenever I did a video back in the day, it was just something would happen. I would have a conversation with somebody. I would go through something. It inspired me. I turn on the laptop and I would just talk and share with you whatever it is that I experienced or learned, or whatever my perspective or connection that I made in that moment. And that was real and genuine. But when I started getting all caught up in my mind, and I started listening to other people's opinions and then seeking them out, before you know it, I'm now trying to teach, and I'm trying to appear this way or that way, something that I'm not, instead of just being okay. And if you just continue at your craft, even if you're not the most perfect, even if, you know what, the truth is, yes, I'm not the most concise. Yes, I talk in circles. Yes, I might repeat myself 1,000 times at times. See how I just did that? But the truth is that if you continue doing what you do, and you honor yourself, and you remain open to other people's counsel, because we can't be closed-minded, but you continue to do what you feel inside, because at the end of the day, only your soul knows your own path, and you're only going to discover what that is by following it. And the road will develop in itself. If we look at anybody who's become successful, outwardly successful at whatever they set themselves out to do, their beginning was not perfect. You can't compare yourself to somebody's finished product, because you don't know what went behind the scenes, but they continuously kept on their path, and eventually they got better, and they became who they were meant to be. And so I'm sharing this with you because it's very easy for us to get lost in the opinions of others. And if we're going to listen to anything, make sure that it's someone who at least is doing or has done and become successful at what it is that you're trying to do. And even still, you always have to listen to your own inner guidance. But those are people that you can take their counsel a little more. But other people who are trying to tell you what you should be doing, or how you could be doing things different or better, when they themselves aren't doing what you're doing, sometimes you got to think about that. Because I didn't think about that when I was taking in people's opinions, telling me that I should be doing my videos a little bit better and more concise and shorter and all this shit. But then I'm think about it now, and I'm like, what the fuck? You were not even doing it. Like, do you know what it takes to do this? Unless you're doing it, you don't know. So anyways, I wanted to share this with you guys, like my inner struggle with all of this, because one, it's for me to kind of put myself out there again in this kind of free way, where I'm not like trying to be structured. I'm trying to have a topic where I can just talk freely, because at the end of the day, that's how I started, and that's how I want to remain. And I told myself that unless this has to be fun, this has to be something where I feel free. If I can't feel free in my videos, if I can't feel like it's something fun that I enjoy doing, then I shouldn't be doing it. Because if I'm just doing it for ego purposes, or because I feel that I need to teach or whatever, then I'm already off fucking balance completely, and that's not even me. So I know that if I'm struggling with this, and some of you have gone through this yourselves, and any of you who are trying to put yourself out there in any kind of platform, remember that it's very easy to lose yourself, especially when you have external influences coming in who are looking at you and who are placing their self-judgments upon you. And, you know, you're going to have a lot of people wanting to tell you, do this, do that. So you have to stay centered upon yourself, remain open, but always come back to you and keep doing what you're doing. Follow your path, and things will unfold. But it's the minute that we get caught up in our minds and we start thinking and we start self-judging and we start doubting, we've done it. So, I don't know, I hope that this helps you. I know that it feels a little bit freer to just talk and not be so concerned about whatever conciseness or how long the video is. If you want to watch it, you watch it. If you don't, then you don't. And it is what it is. But I'm going to be me, and I hope you enjoy it. Alright guys, talk to you soon. Peace out.